Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Susan Winter. Subscribers, oh, do I have something to show you? Look at this. I am so excited. Thank you, all of you, all of you, all of you. I remember when one subscriber said, Susan, it was just 4 years ago, you had like 114 subscribers. So got about 138,000 as of today. Thank you, everyone. You made this possible. And thank you, YouTube and Google. I really appreciate this. So today, I want to talk about a crush. We've all had them. What are the stages of a crush? What's the reason for a crush? What are the benefits? What are the perils of a crush? Okay, so a crush. A crush is kind of a fantasy relationship that you have with somebody in your mind. Now, there are two divisions of a crush. Those that are complete fantasy, when you're in love with a model or a movie star, somebody that is completely outside the realm of a possibility for you because of where you live, who you are, your age, or whatever. You're just never going to meet them. Then there's a crush that lies within reality. Somebody you know in your community, that you see at work, that you see as you're walking down the street, your health club, whatever. So let's talk about the two. Fantasy crush. You know, I think this is a way to expand our sense of creativity and to challenge our what if. What if? Wouldn't it be wonderful if? And that's a way to elevate yourself beyond what you've been attracting in your life, to kind of add a little dash of magic to your mental, it kind of boosts your mental limitation. It can be completely fanciful, or it can be, that would be really nice. And whether you know it or not, the conscious mind is putting this in as input. Now, Brad Pitt may not leave his current partner, whomever it is, at this moment in time for you. Ring your doorbell, Cleveland, show up and say, I'm leaving them all for you. May not happen. However, what it does is it allows us to dream, and that can be translated into real life. So let's talk about a crush, somebody you have a crush on that lives in the real world and somewhat within your environment. So the three stages of a crush are: one, awareness. They come into your vision. You see them at work, whatever, on the street. You notice them. The next thing would be contact. Now, this is where people get a little concerned because they don't know, do I approach my crush? If you're in an environment socially where you can interact with your crush, yes, of course. Nod your head, smile, say hello, ask them how they're doing. Because the third part of how we make a crush turn into a relationship is that we begin what I call volley. And that's a Susan term for having an ongoing conversation where it builds in dimension. So I'm not a club goer, and so the worst, you're never going to find me in a crowd of people. You want to find me, look for the place where nobody is. But I would go to the gym, and that's why I would build conversations little by little with somebody I knew in the gym. Because it's a place where I knew that I would see this person. If it's somebody I really liked, I might amend my time that I go. If I'm normally 3:30, I might go 4:30 or 5 to catch them. And I'd start building a conversation. And this is where you include information on your personal life. They include information on their personal life. You can start with topical conversations. How was your weekend? Oh, I see you here quite often. What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. So you start with the formalities of life, the little chit chat. And then the goal is to try to grow this into something that's meaningful. So each time that you get a piece of personal information about this individual, you build on that with how you counter them with your own commentary. Now, when is a crush valuable? A crush is valuable when it puts that little kind of spring in your step. You may have an otherwise boring job, but you're going to see the cutie there today, and so you're kind of like, yeah. So it gives you something to look forward to because it inspires our sense of hope. It inspires our sense of dreaming. A crush is not productive if we fall into a fantasy loop of somebody and build a scenario that's delusional, that will never happen. Get depressed because we discover they're married. Get depressed because we find that they don't talk back to us and that they don't notice us. So this is not where we want to be feeding our crush. We want the crush to give us a sense of fun, flirtation, excitement, to allow us to kind of start our engine and let it purr a little bit as we enjoy the many beautiful things and creatures that there are in this world, as we enjoy the mental interaction, because oftentimes you may find that your crush is very much intellectually based. We can have a crush on somebody's accomplishments, on their way of thinking. I've met people that I'm not physically attracted to, but their mind, how they think, how they speak, the achievements that they've made in the world make them so interesting. And then to find yourself attracted to somebody you would never be attracted to previously, because you allowed yourself to see and look and discover something new that excites you, that is tantalizing, that's interesting. So a crush can indeed be beneficial when we use it in the right direction. And remember, if you want to learn to volley, I've got other videos on that. Build the conversation, keep adding. What you do eventually when you want to get to know somebody is, after the social formalities, what we want to do is separate them from the herd. So a little conversation like, you know, God, this is so interesting. I wish I had more time because I'm always seeing you when I'm running to a meeting, when I'm trying to finish my leg routine, whatever. Say, you know, listen, here's my number. Give me a call. Let's have coffee sometime. I really like it, guys, when you have a calling card. I know this is old school. I think it's so classy. A calling card is simply your name, your number, your email, nothing else. If you have a business card, okay. Just give them the card. Ladies, you can do this too. It's just give them the card and say, you know, this has been a fascinating conversation. You want to grab a cup of coffee sometime? Here's my number. Ball is in their court. I hope this helps you, everyone, because crushes do kind of allow us to feel a sense of sparkle in our day-to-day life. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all of you fabulous subscribers that have done this for me. I adore you. Susan Winter at susanwinter.net. If you want to listen to this, you can hear the Susan Winter Show on iHeartRadio. If you want to talk to me personally, chat me up on Magnifi. It's by the minute. It's a free app. You can ask me your questions, I'll give you my answers, or book a session at susanwinter.net. Go to the consultation page. Thank you all. Bye-bye now.